I mean, she's under pressure to live up to that standard and set the standard because she's Queen Bee. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't back to the wall as far as if I don't put out a good project, my fans aren't going to like it. Like, they're going to rock with whatever Beyonce puts out.
Facts.
But from her personal life to the Jay-Z cheating rumors to the Solange and Jay-Z beefing in the elevator. Yep. Bro, just from that elevator situation, we got Lemonade, 444, and a seat at the table. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But back at Lemonade, you know, she this is probably the most vulnerable she was on an album.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is
because she touched.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey. Oh my God.
Fellas, what up?
What's going on, y'all?
Price, how you feeling?
What's good?
All right, so I'm gonna just let y'all know Nelson, he had a work emergency, last minute work event to go to, so he couldn't be here with us today. Shouts out to the guy though, we missing him.
NC.
So how y'all boys day been, man?
Pretty chill.
Cool, man.
Pretty chill. Definitely looking forward to tonight.
What's tonight?
My guys, my Bills. They play the Steelers, man. Night game.
Vaughn head coach 2024. 2024.
McDermott, watch out. No, I'm just kidding.
McDermott, get your wins in while you can, because Vaughn coming. He gonna be dropping albums and winning Super Bowls.
Nah, McDermott knows he's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah,
for
I'll rock with McDermott.
Him and Bean, they both doing their thing.
I like our squad, man. Our squad is lit.
Yeah. O-line just got a block.
Yeah, I mean, teams are sending house on us every play, so you only can stop so much,
That's true.
O-line's not bad. O-line's way better than what it was last year. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Way better.
I mean, they've been good this year. It was just the Ravens kind of exposed them.
Yeah. The Ravens
Lamar Jackson is an animal.
We held him to his lowest yardage and percentage, too, because he hadn't thrown a pick in a minute.
Yeah.
So for us to get a pick on him, that was huge. And just getting turnovers in general.
So what's their record? 9-3?
9-3 right now.
So pretty much they just need
9-4.
Or 9-4.
9-4.
Yeah.
So they just need like one more win, maybe two.
Yeah.
If they win tonight, they're automatically in the wild card.
Yeah, it's a win and in type situation for them now. So
that's why stakes is high, man.
Stakes is very high. And Steelers, they hold the 6th spot.
I might watch the game. I might come off my strike and watch the NFL.
Welcome back.
I watched the Thanksgiving game though at my mom's crib.
True. But that's a given. It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
that was a great game to watch.
Yeah, it was a good game. All right, so shouts out to the Bills. Hope they get that W. Shouts out to Nelson. We'll see you next week. But
for sure now.
So Billboard recently released, since it is the end of the decade coming up, Billboard recently released a list of top 100 albums altogether, any genre, 100 of the decade. So what we want to do is, obviously, we're not going over all 100 because it's going to be like a 5-hour podcast.
Yeah, seriously.
But so we were going to do the top 25, but then when we were scrolling on the list, we we might have to do the top 30. So we're going to do the top 30. We got them on the TV right here. So if y'all wondering what we're looking at, we're going to be looking at the TV because it has the Billboard rankings right on there. So number 30, we got Justin Bieber, Purpose. I never heard the album. How about y'all?
For real?
Yeah,
nope.
It's
they got some shit on there.
It's got some cool tracks for sure. It's a cool album. Personally, Journals.
That's his best.
Journals. That's the one I heard. That shit is fire.
Yeah, it's a completely different Bieber.
I didn't even when I heard Journals, I was like, oh, this is what he's been putting out, because Journals is like an R&B vibe. Mm-hmm. Whereas I thought that he was a pop artist, so I didn't really know if it was any difference between the rest of the albums versus Journals.
Right. It definitely had way more soul, a lot more soul.
So, 30 is that a deserving spot for it?
Yeah, because girls was all over this, man. This controlled them for a few years.
Yeah, this came out 2015, so that was right at. This was after Journals, though.
Yeah, this was after Journals came out in 2013. That Journals came out our freshman year in college.
Yeah, Journals is tough.
A lot of albums came out.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace Purpose with Journals.
Facts.
At number 30. 29, we got Miguel, Kaleidoscope Dream.
Hey, yeah.
I think this is too high.
Really?
Yeah, I think it should be closer to in the top 20. Because this is one of the best R&B albums in the past. What came out 2012. So
yeah,
this joint still hit for me.
Cold.
Still hit.
So many tracks.
Like Use Me, the Thrill.
Yeah, we had to do 30.
Yeah. And then even Adorn, like just Adorn alone. Adorn alone is
that's definitely top 50 R&B song for the decade.
For sure. Some would even say top 30.
Yeah, that's a fact. If they say top 30, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
But top 50 is definitely stamped for that. So we all agree. So we agree that this should be in the top 30. I think it should be a little bit lower.
Yeah, it definitely should be at least top 20 for sure.
Next up, we got Frank Ocean Blonde.
This should be higher.
Think so? Higher as in
closer to
number one.
Yeah. For me.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm not a big Frank Ocean fan.
Really?
I mean, I like his music. I'll say that, but I'm not sold on all the hype that everybody like. Whenever he drops a song, people go crazy for. People are like craving for his music all the time. It's like, when he drops, I'm definitely going to listen to it. If I like songs, I'm definitely going to bump them, but I'm not fiending to hear his music. If he never drops again, I'm perfectly fine with listening to Channel Orange and Nostalgia Ultra for the rest of my life.
Two classics.
Two classics. You know what I mean?
Huge classics.
So I'm not like sitting here waiting on the next Frank Ocean album, but when he does drop one, I am going to listen, you know? I know you're a big Frank fan.
I want to say, I am a huge Frank Ocean. I love everything that he had. Even Endless. I feel like is an album that is just getting overlooked.
I never heard
too.
that.
It wasn't like officially released. But
hold on, is that the one?
He put it out as a video.
As like a video.
Oh yeah, that's how he got out of his contract. That's the joint used to finesse. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I heard of it. I never listened to it though.
It's a very. You said that's your favorite.
I like that. I like that a little better than Blonde.
Yeah. Because I remember we would have those debates. We'd be like, yo, Blonde or Endless. I was like, man.
But Channel Orange is definitely better into it.
Channel Orange is...
I won't be surprised if... I looked at the list already, and Channel Orange has a good spot on the list. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's put it like that.
100%. Spoiler alert.
So 28, where I think it should be closer to top 20.
Yeah.
Top 20.
I don't have an opinion on it. 27, Billie Eilish, her recent album.
Haven't heard it.
Me either, so we can just skip that one.
I did.
You heard it? You like it?
Yeah, I like it. She, especially for her age.
She's 17, right?
Yeah, like, bro, her pen game is pretty great. Like, I know everybody has, like, you know, numerous writers too, but just for her to be even to deliver these type of songs and like it has the grit, but yet still like it gives you like a angelic feeling to it too. Like it's a mix of dark and like an angel and the devil. Like, I don't know, she just gives that vibe. I
do want to check out her music though, because I like her image. I've seen like snippets and clips of her interviews, and I like, her personality. I mean, she champions and shouts out Melly a lot. The girl Melly, not YNW Melly. And y'all know I'm a big Melly fan, so I definitely respect that. So I might check her out.
Yeah. 26,
Arcade Fire, The Suburbs. Never heard of them.
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I don't remember the album.
Yeah, all right. I've never heard that album.
They're more rock.
All right. 25. Yeah, ever heard of that?
Nah.
Me either. I'll skip it. 24. This is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, it's a little
Jay-Z, Kanye West, Watch the Throne. This is number 24. This should easily be in the top 15 to me.
Yeah. I was about to say top 10 personally, just because the impacts on all those songs. Like,
yeah, I'm just
decade.
Like,
well, because it's all genre, so I don't know what impacted other genres, but this definitely should be top 15. They were two of the biggest artists, the two biggest artists in the game at the time.
Yeah, and
they collabed and made a monster project. They set the standard for collabs very early in the decade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they kind of were the pioneers for the hip hop album collabs as far as the two artists together.
Yep. They kicked that door down.
Obviously, Niggas in Paris was a smash. They kicked it off with Otis. Yo, I remember the night that video came out on 106 in Park, Otis.
Shout out.
I remember the night. Man. I think I was at my uncle's house. He was having some sort of cookout or get together. I had no idea they were even dropping a project together. I just seen that video. They was in there. What kind of car was it in?
Was it a? Oh man, I don't know.
Was it a butterfly door joint or am I bugging? Was it? I think it was a drop top, maybe. I don't know. I just know
it was definitely a convertible.
Yeah, it's definitely a drop top.
Yeah,
and they were just riding around doing donuts, bro. I just thought that was the waviest shit ever.
Yeah,
like Ye and Ho on top of the world.
You're on shit. It was like,
but yeah, this album, just sound wise, from the production, they put Frank on a big stage on this album. What was he on? No Church in a While, and I think he was on another one. I can't remember though. Did Kanye produce this whole album, or he produced majority of it? Who else were there production credits on here?
I believe No ID was on here.
No ID. But Hit Boy produced Niggas in Paris. That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah. Whoever produced Otis, I forgot who, but the first time, like you were saying, first time you heard or saw that video, first time I heard that beat, I was like, yo, this beat is
that sample.
Stupid.
That's a moment I'll never forget.
Yeah.
And they kind of used the cheat code too for as far as sampling wise. Instead of like giving the person, I can't remember what's the word I'm looking for. You know, like sample, you have to get like clearances and everything.
Yeah.
They just basically feature Otis Redding on it as like an artist instead of having to go through the whole sample clearance process. Which is, they finessed it. That's a cheat code.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. So 24 should definitely be lower.
Yeah.
Top 15, top 10, arguably. Lord, Pure Heroin, I never heard it.
Lord is fire.
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
Lord, it's a girl. It's the girl.
Yeah.
You never be
Oh yeah. Is she the one that got the bob? Like, no, that's
you're talking about Sia.
Sia, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, nah, she has a bob. She has like either a ponytail or like lets it flow. Lord is fire. Lord is definitely fire. This album was dope, but 23. I mean, I guess you have to put it there just because Royals alone, like when that joint dropped, it's still, you know what I mean? Like it just made a crazy impact.
That next one, though. Sheesh.
Yeah.
What the hell? Should be way higher.
I see it.
Like, I do like Lord, though, because when this came out, she was mad young.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like a Billy situation.
Yeah,
almost.
she was super young.
Yeah. Just hitting the scene. Aggressive.
All right, so number 22. SZA Control.
Hell nah. It should be way higher.
This should definitely be top 15.
Yeah.
Just for what it did for R&B as a whole.
Yeah.
And this, like, she had us waiting for a minute for this project too.
Yeah.
She like, when did this drop? June 2017, I believe.
Yeah, it was the summer, yeah. I think it was June.
Yeah, and I remember around October 2016, she like went on a Twitter rant, saying that like they weren't letting her drop the project. She doesn't want to do music anymore. And I kind of, after hearing the album, I understood why she was saying that, because it's like I have this great body of work that I know is gonna like change the game. It's a whole different sound. It's all me. It's raw, authentic. Like she's being very blunt in her lyrics too, and it's like she knew it would be well received and it would change the landscape of R&B. And I can understand her, you know, her being so anxious to put it out.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Nah, yeah, SZA is definitely just like within R&B in general, like you said, she changed the game like 100%. Like she's one of those like that comes into the scene and it's just different and unique. Like we're never gonna see another SZA.
People was getting tattoos of Control.
Control, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like her messaging too, like her pen game is like one of the greatest too, right there with Party.
And this didn't have a single leading up to the album either. They just released the album and all the singles came out after. I think they might have just.
I think the only
a week before the one with Travis, right?
Drew Barrymore.
Really? I didn't hear that to the album.
She dropped that as a single. And then the one with Travis.
Love Galore.
Yeah, Love Galore.
And then as Steam picked up as the album released, The Weeknd became a single. Broken Clocks.
Yeah.
What else? The Weeknd. You said Drew Barrymore.
Love Galore. We already said those two.
Yeah,
the one with Kendrick.
Oh yeah.
What was that one called? Where he said pussy like 50 times.
Yeah. Man, what's the name of that song?
Yeah, I don't know the name, but
Pretty.
Bro, we actually know. Yeah, let's look it up.
Pretty. It's something pretty, right?
I just didn't feel like doing it because I know I love that album. I wanted to give her that respect.
But nah, yeah, this was definitely when I first heard this album. I was playing it all summer because I remember I was in Virginia Beach for that whole summer, and I was playing this every day. Got in the shower, was playing this.
Doves in the Wind.
Doves in the Wind.
I knew it was something on a pretty girls.
Well, Isaiah Rashad. Yeah, I like that track too. I like everything on there.
Yeah, that whole album.
From the skits that she has talking on the phone with her like mother and grandmother.
Yeah, like that's I remember we were talking about skits before.
Yeah,
and how sometimes they can make or break the feeling of the album. You know, and the flow of the album. Like she, even though she had like a lot of skits after each song, like you said, it just blended in.
Yeah, it tied into it. Yeah, like it really captured the moment of that song.
Right.
So whatever the song was about, end of it, I got a little interlude or skit with her mom on the phone. Basically the conversation they had that inspired her to make that song that just played.
Crazy.
So 22. I'm not gonna say it's disrespect, but
nah, it's definitely not disrespect. But
she should, she should be honored to be top 25, her first album. But as fans, I definitely think it should be closer to the top 15. Lady Gaga, Born This Way, I didn't hear it.
Not gonna lie, I didn't hear it either. But Lady Gaga is like
icon.
Yeah, people love her.
Hey, we can skip that. 20, House of Balloons, The Weeknd. I think this is a good spot for this.
Yeah, Abel showed out.
Yeah, man.
This is
House of Balloons was like what really got me into The Weeknd. Crazy.
Yeah.
I actually had to go back and listen to this. I wasn't on The Weeknd 2011.
Really?
I went back and listened to this years after.
I remember it was a big thing. Like when The Weeknd first came out, he never used to show what he looked like. So
yeah, I do remember that.
For the first like 3 tapes, like he never really showed himself.
Yeah, it was the first 3, right? Like the trilogy, basically.
Yeah.
Never really didn't know what he looked like.
Yeah.
But nah, this was as far as track listing, I think it was 10, 11 songs.
They all had 9.
Yeah, I was about to say they all had 9. Yeah,
originally.
Yeah, but it was like close to an hour, 55 minutes, something like that.
Crazy.
The party and the after party 7-minute song. It didn't even feel like it was 7 minutes because I could play that shit on repeat.
Yeah, heavy.
Loft Music is another good one. I think the only song I didn't really care for on this one might have been the first track. But I think 20 is definitely a good spot for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first track is high for this. I didn't really care for that. So 19, Taylor Swift, 1989. Care? Don't?
No, I don't care. Okay.
Yeah, next. Hold on, is that what caused the Kanye rant?
Oh, that album?
Is it?
2014?
No, I think that was
because it was about a video, right?
Yeah, that was after.
Vampire Weekend, never heard of them.
I like them. They're like indie type.
I just never heard that album.
All right, so that's number 18. 17, A Seat at the Table, Solange.
Man.
Well deserved. Y'all think it should be higher? Or is this a good spot?
That's a good spot. Yeah.
I agree.
Oh wow, that's definitely a wild album. Like especially when it first dropped, and then the video, like the documentary that she had for it on top of it, that was.
I mean, she got the Master P interlude on there.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, Master P.
Down south shit. But yeah, she got track with Wayne. What song is that? Is that Mad?
Oh my god.
Track with Wayne is tough. Cranes in the Sky obviously is a banger.
Yeah. Borderline.
Yeah, that's another banger. Don't Touch My Hair, another banger.
Yeah.
Just this album just flowed perfectly. The concept of the album, what she was talking about, even from just the title.
Yeah.
And this is the first Solange album I had ever listened to.
Same.
But just from the hype that came around it, the song title, because at that point, that's when I was really getting like a grasp of things as far as, business wise, industry, just society, as far as being a black man and all that. So A Seat at the Table is something that I was interested in.
Yeah, same.
Just from breaking the stereotypes, not wanting to
be in that box and whatnot, like let the society like tell you, especially for Black women.
Right, the title it
just sat very well and it was needed.
That title set the tone for the album and she definitely delivered.
Yeah.
16, you got Take Care.
That should be higher.
You think so? I think this is a good spot.
Yeah, it's definitely a good spot.
I don't know. Take Care was crazy when it came out.
Yeah,
it controlled the airwaves.
It became
they was
crazy
playing that
to
damn
me.
that whole album on the radio and that shit came out.
Yeah,
that's true.
That is very true.
But should that define why it should be higher though? Radio play? We don't care about radio play.
I'm talking about the people loving it that much. That shit was crazy. People were playing that all the time.
Yeah. Everybody was playing Take Care. Everybody.
I became a big Take Care fan later on.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I told Dion this. I don't think I ever told you this.
No.
Like in middle school and high school, I barely listened to albums.
Really?
All I listened to was mixtapes, bro. Because I was on like Dat Piff live mixtapes, all the time. Albums I will always hear later on because I wasn't going to the store to buy the albums because I didn't have the money. I ain't had no job, and it would take mad long to like find them and be able to put them in track list to order and upload it on your phone from like LimeWire or something. So mixtapes, I could just go straight on that Piff, download it right on my phone.
Dang, that's wow.
So Take Care, like I heard the album, but I didn't have it for myself to listen to all the time.
Man,
I didn't start listening to Take Care really until after Nothing Was the Same.
I never knew that, bro.
I never knew that, bro.
Not at all.
So like a lot of even the early Kanye stuff I had to listen to later on.
Wow. I remember copping this album. What year is this? Was this sophomore year for us in high school?
Yeah.
Sophomore year? Yeah, sophomore year. And my Silver Cavalier bumping this like, oh my God. Every day. It saved like that year for me, for sure.
So I think we can talk a lot about Take Care, to be honest. Because I can have a lot to say. I'm sure y'all do too.
Oh, for sure.
As far as favorite tracks, what do you think they are on here for you?
Crew Love. For me, it's Underground Kings.
The Ride, definitely.
Practice.
I can tell that you've been. Come on, Dave.
Bro, the intro. I love the intro. I used to play this album every morning on the way to school.
Yeah, 100%.
I would say mine are definitely The Ride.
Over My Dead Body.
Yeah,
definitely The Ride. Camera/Good Ones Go, bro. I can play that shit all day.
I
can play that all day, bro.
That's a solid song.
Cameras, Good Ones Go. Lord Knows is tough.
Yeah, Lord Knows is insane.
That's probably, as far as rapping wise, that's top tier Drake right there. Just straight bars, that's top tier Drake.
For sure. UGK too though. UGK,
Yeah. I just like the Lord Knows beat better though.
Yeah.
That beat is, who produced that?
Just Blaze.
Just Blaze. Yeah, I like that beat a lot. So 15, we got Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City.
I like
great spot.
Yeah, I like
great spot.
I don't.
Why?
I think it should be top 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Damn.
Oh, Damn is like in the 40s or something, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Damn, it might be even higher than that.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City, man.
That's a huge mistake.
As far as storytelling, bro.
Yeah, no.
That's some of the best storytelling I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Good Kid, Mad City is like Kendrick's like Channel Orange for Frank Ocean. You know what I mean? Like just how it was just very. It's solidified when you think of Kendrick immediately. Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City.
You know what I mean? It's oh my God.
From the cover art.
Yeah.
Whichever cover art you want to go to, the cover art tells a story.
Fact.
Like I feel as though for the cover art with his mom's van, you can't really understand it until after you listen to the album.
Yeah.
But the cover art with him, like as a baby with the adults around him, they have the sensors blocking out their eyes and it's just him. It's like you can kind of tell it's going to be something about a kid growing up in the hood and kind of losing his innocence or finding his way out, something along those lines. So the cover arts tell two different stories too, depending on when you listen to the album.
Facts.
Favorite tracks on this one?
Man,
that's taking it back.
Yeah. Let me pull this up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The Sing About Me song. What is that one called?
Yeah, Sing About Me.
I like that song.
Sing About Me is crazy. I'm dying of thirst.
Yeah.
The two-part of a song. Poetic Justice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Poetic Justice. Money Trees. Backseat Freestyle.
Money. J-Rock verse on Money Trees.
Yeah.
That was one of the best verses for that year. Period.
Facts.
I think my favorite might be Shireen, aka Master Splinter's daughter, I believe. And Black Boy Fly. That's definitely one of my favorites too.
The intro.
I listen to Black Boy Fly a lot.
Yeah. That was the bonus track number 14.
Yeah. I think that's a good Kid, Mad City as far as you got the singles on there for mainstream. Mm-hmm. You have, the lyricism. You have the great storytelling. Yeah. I don't think there's anything that this album lacks.
Nah.
Like, you can literally put this album up against any other album in history, in hip hop history, and you can make a case for it with something.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's why I feel like it should be higher on the list. But I'm not mad at 15, but
I'm about to say 15 is respectable though, for sure.
But I definitely have it top 10.
They made a mistake though with Damn. Damn was right there with it too, honestly.
You like Damn better than To Pimp a Butterfly?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think To Pimp a Butterfly was needed though for this time period.
Yeah, but Damn hit crazy.
Damn hit nuts, yo. Especially within like how you were saying, there was just no misses.
Storytelling on that is crazy too.
Yeah, there was no misses at all.
I feel like on Damn he goes deeper than like the story is deeper than the first album.
Yeah. I
think so. You think that for the whole album? On Damn? Yeah. I only feel like that for certain tracks.
I think it's more personalized for him. Like he really like just talks about his inner self more on Damn. I think he did talk about his story in Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
And that. So it was two different.
So Good Kid, Mad City, we're being introduced to him.
Yeah.
And Damn, we're getting to know, I guess, Kendrick now and the inside. Yeah.
Right. And that's tough to be able to bring that out. And within music is very, very hard. And for him to like deliver in the way how he did, like Deion was saying, he just came out so crazy, man. Yeah. Just nuts. Katy Perry, 14, Teenage Dream.
I respect it. She was crazy. She had a crazy run around that time.
Yeah.
She had a crazy following.
I gotta admit it, for sure.
I have no comment.
13,
Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy. What y'all think?
Some people gonna hate me for that, but it's okay.
No comment?
No comment.
Mm-hmm. I think I want to talk about it a little bit. All right, so Cardi, obviously, if you want to just discuss music wise and just from a hip hop standpoint, this should not be top number 13, top 20, top 25.
Not even close.
But I want to be devil's advocate and just as far as what she did for just a regular woman in hip hop.
Yeah,
like she did her independent grind a little bit. Mm-hmm. And she broke barriers as far as being the biggest superstar from living hip hop. She was once a dancer, and now she's arguably the biggest artist in the world. I think it's just as far as like the record she broke, the impact she had, the hope she gave to like a regular girl from the hood. Yeah. I think that we should definitely tip our hats off for that, and not just completely disregard this spot right here.
No question.
Yeah, I don't agree with the spot, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
number 13. Yeah.
I do think this album should be on the list though.
Yeah, it should be on the list.
Yeah, it's not number 13 though.
In my opinion.
And she does have some great tracks on her. To me, I like it. Yeah, it's tough. The joint with SZA, I like a lot. I do. That joint is tough. Obviously, you got Bodak Yellow, which is the smash. All right, so number 12, Daft Punk.
That shit went hard.
Random Access Memories. Never heard it. I do like the title though.
I heard different tracks. I just didn't hear the album in its entirety. I need to though.
They had like Pharrell on the Get Lucky song. And, yeah.
I only listen to certain tracks.
I think this might have been when I first heard about Daft Punk. And then 11, you got Beyonce with the self-titled album Beyonce. Is this a good spot for this one? Number 11?
Drunken, yeah, because that, like, I guess if you want to say, impact wise, because like Drunken Love, Partition.
This was like the women's anthem album.
Yeah.
That whole year.
Yeah. Feeling Myself.
That's any Beyonce album, though, to be honest. And then I'm sure she has like another 1 or 2 albums in the top 10. I know for a fact one of them is definitely deserving of a top 5 spot.
I mean, Drunken Love, for sure.
I'm saying as far as her albums.
Oh.
Yeah. Like Beyonce, and if you really think, I'm pretty sure you can figure out which one is going to be top 5.
Going to be top, yeah, for sure.
Adele at number 10 with 21 is the album title. Which I think.
I only listened to this one time, but I feel like you kind of have to respect just off of the accolades that she won off of it and the numbers that she posted
and her
album
age.
Sales. Yeah.
And her age.
Yeah, the age too.
So next up we got...
I don't know who that
what number was Adele? She was at 10?
Yep.
All right, so number 9 we got Robin, Body Talk.
Who is that?
I don't know, never heard of him.
Wow. They got 9?
Number 8 we got...
Your girl.
Ariana Grande, Thank You Next.
Hey, man.
Yeah, what you think?
Hey, listen. Ari, I love you. You know that. But you know that.
Facts, big facts.
But I don't know about 8. I mean, you know, she has a crazy following too, like a cult following.
Yeah,
so.
most definitely.
And when this album came out, like, and with everything going on in her life, you know, I can tip her hat off to that. It wouldn't be in my personal top 10. It'd be high up there. I'd put it in like a top list, but it wouldn't be my number 8.
Nah.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it 8 either. I only listened to
it.
The
It was
album
a good
once.
album, though. I feel like that's her best album.
How many did she have?
She had like
3, right?
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to it once. She got a couple good tracks on there.
And Pharrell's production, he produced most of this.
That was the other one.
Oh, that was the past one? Okay.
And which one was the big song off of here?
Thank You Next.
Thank You Next. Self-titled. Hold on. Sweetener was the album before this. Yeah, I think I heard.
The Pharrell one.
Yeah, I think I liked Sweetener.
I didn't like Sweetener.
You didn't care
What was
for
the cover? What was the cover art for that one?
She's just upside down.
Isn't this one upside down?
Yeah, all of them are. But it was just like her head. Like, it was just mainly just like her head.
I know I definitely listened to this, and I think I listened to Sweetener, but number 8, Ariana Grande. Number 7, we got Riri, Anti.
That's respect.
That definitely should be right there.
That's respect. Arguably like the greatest like female album ever, personally in my eyes. Like,
wow.
Female artist album for sure.
I just seen somebody say that on Twitter. Denzel,
yeah.
Shout out to my
Me and
guy
him were
Denzel.
talking about it.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's a fact.
This is a flawless album, bro.
Yeah.
From when Desperado, the opening track was SZA. What is it? Consideration.
And SZA.
She started it off. Yeah.
SZA's between her and SZA, they literally are like.
I can't wait to hear what she does next.
Yeah.
If she does.
Because she was supposed to drop something in December this year.
She's getting that bag, bro.
That Fenty bag.
Yeah.
She's not worried about that.
Yeah.
She about to be a billionaire, bro.
For sure.
Very soon. But yeah.
Shout out to Rihanna, man.
And then Sex With Me.
Oh, man. Didn't Party like that?
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy, Party.
Yeah.
And then she also had, obviously, you got the Smash on there, Work.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that dominated everything. You heard that song.
Yeah.
Like.
Stupid.
You heard that song everywhere you went.
But this album, just from production to her, like, this is definitely one of the best mixed albums I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. Like, the vocals were perfectly mixed. Everything was sharp. From the transitions of the tracks on the album to just the way they, like, I'm a big fan of songs fading out. I don't like when a song just abruptly stops and goes on to the next one. So every song faded out on here, which is something that I like personally.
Yeah.
Man. It's just, I don't think.
And then the ballads, like even the ballads that she had, like "Love on the Brain," that's a tough.
Kiss It Better.
Song. Kiss It Better. And then her, oh my God, Same Old Mistakes.
Needed Me, bro.
Taking Tame, or sampling Tame and whatnot. That was tough, but then making it into her own. Man, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, there's not one bad track on this album.
No,
I don't skip anything.
On this list, it should be.
Whose?
Currents was number like 28. I want to say it made the list, but it was like 28, 29 or something. Or not 28, 29. I'm wrong. 38, 39.
Oh, okay. At least it's on the list.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, man, Rihanna. I can't imagine this next album's gonna be different.
Yeah, this next album's definitely gonna be wild. I know she's, like we said, she's working on that Fendi bag right now.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like the album is done. She's just waiting on how she's gonna roll it out, when she wants to roll it out, a time period. Because
I feel that
Party has released 2 tracks, and there's no way Party's releasing tracks if he's still writing for that Rihanna album. So.
Facts. That's a great take, honestly. I feel the same way.
So we got,
I don't know who this is.
number 6, KC Musgraves, Golden Hour. It came out last year. Never heard of her?
I've never heard of her.
I think it won a Grammy though.
Next.
For women in country music. Okay.
Number 5, To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar.
There you go now.
Bro, this is a groundbreaking album. I feel like this album was definitely ahead of its time. That's what I think.
Yeah,
it went over people's heads.
For sure.
Yeah, it went over my head the first couple times too.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely, I don't know, man.
I feel like as you get older and as you experience things just from being black men or black women or whatever, the more you listen to this album, the more life experiences you go through, whether work related, outside of the job, like you'll definitely get this album more and relate to it more.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
From Wesley's Theory, for those of you who don't know, Wesley Snipes went to prison because he didn't pay his taxes. So Wesley's Theory is kind of a play on that. You got interlude like For Free, King Kunta, Institutionalized.
Institutionalized was my shit.
Yeah. Come on, bro. Like even just from the track names, bro. All Right was voted I think that was voted the number 1 hip hop song of the decade.
I believe so. Yeah.
Lord of Man was wild. Wasn't that the last song? Were you hear Tupac at the end?
Yeah.
That was nuts.
And then even.
Go ahead. You said no. We both were saying the same
even
thing.
Throughout the album, each track is him like saying, like speaking something, poetry or written, spoken word, whatever it is.
Almost having a convo.
Yeah, convo with Tupac. And then at the end is when he puts it all together and it's a letter to Tupac.
And only Kendrick would be able to do that on the album.
Exactly.
Wow.
You got track Hood Politics, Mama, How Much a Dollar Costs, The Blacker the Berry. Like just from the track list titles, the titles of the songs, the meanings just off of there are deep, bro.
Yeah. These walls is crazy.
Like These Walls, just don't think surface level. You hear These Walls, you know what it's about, kind of.
Right.
Especially coming from a Kendrick. Mm-hmm. What was this album was originally supposed to be called something else because the acronym was gonna be Tupac.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, but I forgot.
It was something Caterpillar.
Yeah. To Pimp.
Was it To Pimp a Caterpillar?
Probably.
Yeah, probably To Pimp a Caterpillar. Yeah. But why is...
And then he said To Pimp a Butterfly.
Do y'all know the meaning of the To Pimp a Butterfly?
I know
he said it. He said it. It was something about like being pimped as far as like... Damn. I remember he explained it. I don't want to misquote him.
Right.
But I remember what he was aiming for, but I just can't remember.
Same. That was a minute ago.
So number 5 is definitely a deserving spot for that.
Yeah. I just didn't hear this album come
Number 4, we got Taylor Swift, Red.
Good.
Favorite color, but nah.
Yeah,
favorite color.
Definitely my favorite color too.
For sure.
Great title.
Whole lot of red.
Hey.
Number 3, we got Channel Orange, Frank Ocean.
Series of colors. Here we go.
So Dave, what you think, man? I know this is your album.
I was about to say, I just mentioned it earlier. And like we said, this is a lit spot for it. This is a well-deserving spot. Honorable spot. Number 3, man. Oh my God. No skips at all. I can't even give like a favorite track.
Yeah.
Like, this is an album where I can't even like say my favorite tracks just because every track serves a different purpose and like it hits differently for me. And just the production, I could go on and on. The production on this was insane. Even the skits that he had on it, it was another thing where it just blended in well with the album.
Do you think this is better than Nostalgia Ultra?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Nostalgia Ultra was mostly remixes of other people's songs.
Yeah, and you can see the growth too. You can see the growth like that he made vocally, and pen game too.
He's one of the best writers in my opinion. My personal favorite musician as a writer. The way he writes is just so, it could be abstract, but you know what he's talking about.
Right.
And he was getting plaques from writing before he was even putting out music.
Yeah.
Because I remember Vince Staples was saying in interviews, they would pull up the Frank House, like when he would be with the Odd Future crew or whatever, they'd pull up the Frank House, and he just has a whole bunch of plaques just laying on the ground, bro. Or like sitting in the room. Like he doesn't even have the plaques hanging up. It's just like regular shit to him.
Right. Not right.
But I would say some of my favorites are, I think Pink Matter is a good one. Pink Matter, man, especially for what it means, even though that's kind of odd to me.
Yeah.
Super Rich Kids with Earl. Earl bodied that, bro.
Crack Rock was deep.
Crack Rock is tough. Pyramids is tough.
Even the instrumental interlude, White with John Mayer.
He bodied that.
That was just like a nice little like, let's go into the next act almost. It was almost like he was introducing the next act.
You got Lost on there.
Lost. Oh my gosh.
Man, yeah, that album was crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't even give like a favorite jump just because I love them all.
Do you think number 3 is a good spot?
Yeah.
No question.
I feel that.
No question.
All right, so number 2, Beyonce Lemonade.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Which
Dude,
I think
her reign is something serious, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, when she comes out, bro, everyone stops.
Queen Bee.
And this was definitely her, like, this album for her was, I wouldn't say it's back against the wall because it's Beyonce, so she's not really under much pressure because, she's under pressure to live up to that standard and set the standard because she's Queen Bee, but it wasn't back to the wall as far as if I don't put out a good project, my fans aren't going to like it. Like, they're going to rock with whatever Beyonce puts out.
Facts.
But from her personal life to the Jay-Z cheating rumors to the Solange and Jay-Z beefing in the elevator. Bro, just from that elevator situation, we got Lemonade, 444, and a seat at the table. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But back to Lemonade, she this is probably the most vulnerable she was on an album.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is
because she touched on the Jay-Z cheating rumors and him cheating in the past or whatever, which we didn't know about until later on.
Facts. Didn't she have a track on here like talking about police brutality and whatnot? Like, because that was like a big thing that was going on.
Was that the one with Kendrick? Freedom?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. And she put up the video. The video was in her hometown,
Houston.
Yeah, I think it was in Houston. Houston and New Orleans, I think it was shot in, if I'm not mistaken. But like you said, this was definitely an album where she opened up and, really just went out there just because she knew that she could just say, hey, I'm about to just let it all out. I'm at that position. I'm in that light where I don't have to hold, what I think or, my perceptions of how this life is back at all, because I feel like when you're coming up, you can't really like, you can reveal how you feel about the world and like, but you do have to kind of have a little, step back.
A veil somewhat.
Yeah. You gotta get in that light first.
Because obviously they're gonna be in your personal business because you're this big of a star, but you have to keep it to where you're not so easily accessible though.
Right.
But she definitely made herself very accessible as far as emotion wise on this album. I don't know. I can't remember which track specifically she got like into the cheating allegations or whatever, or her forgiving Jay-Z. Regardless, it was a great album. From tracks like Sandcastle was definitely tough. Yeah. Sorry was the hit on here. Hold Up was another hit. And I don't believe this won a Grammy. I believe Adele's project won a Grammy over this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I think that's when Adele gave the speech, like, she was basically showing love to Beyonce, like, yeah, I have the trophy, but we all know you're the reason that I'm here type shit.
Yeah.
So shout out to Beyonce. Number 2 is a deserving spot for that. And number 1, we have My Beautiful, Dark, Twisted Fantasy by Mr. West himself.
Mr. West. Well deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah. I wouldn't negate this at all.
No.
I wouldn't argue it.
Nope.
Number 1, can't go any higher than that, obviously. Why do y'all think this album deserves number 1 though?
Man, it was just so, when the time it came out, it was just so different. Like, as far as just like, it was basically like a rap Super Bowl. It had all of your favorite people on there, like, you know what I mean? They all just gave their best verses, whether it was Pusha T, Nicki Minaj, you know what I mean? Ye himself was going crazy.
A rap Super Bowl, I like that analogy. A rap all-star game.
Yeah, man. It was like, he really orchestrated a masterpiece. Like,
and then even the way he went about making the album. Sent everybody, let's go to Hawaii. Let's go on a resort. We're going to record this joint right here in Hawaii. Every day, we're going to have a big breakfast like in the morning together. And then we're going to go to the stew and we're just going to cook up all day. Yeah. Might play basketball at some point, but the vibe is this Hawaii vibe. And this is where we're making everything. Cool. And this was when he really honed into, he got away from the samples a lot on this one. As far as the, what type of sampling does he do?
Like
yeah.
What'd you say?
Like soulful samples.
Yeah, like he got away from the soulful samples and got more into different genres on this one, I think. As far as like, you know, he had Elton John on here.
Yeah.
He had Bon Iver, I think, as well.
Shout out Bon.
So there's a lot of, just from the features to Kanye rapping himself. I'm sure he didn't write everything, but he did. He held his own on all the tracks to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This is just.
And then the movie that came out with it was also very nice. It was very artistic and it matched the tone of the album. And I remember when it came out and they played it on MTV and they was playing it on like all those channels. That was lit.
Yeah.
I remember when you bought the CD, it came with the movie as well.
Yeah. I remember when you copped that. Definitely. That was something different that nobody was really doing too, especially at that time.
Nobody was doing that.
No, not even close. Not even close.
And then this was in a crucial point in his life too, just like the Beyonce's Lemonade album. This is off of the, this is off of the public breakup with Amber Rose. Amber Rose. I said Amber Cole. Wasn't that somebody else?
I don't know. It sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar. Who is that?
Yeah, I think that's the girl that got caught on. All right, I'm gonna move on. But she got like caught on camera doing some shit, like when we were young.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
why. So wow. Amber Rose. Amber Rose, the public breakup. It came off of 808s and Heartbreaks, which he made after the passing of his mom.
Yeah.
So this is his first, I would guess you could say, going back to regular hip hop, because 808s was sort of a alternate album to me.
Yeah. I mean, even this album does have like alternate sounds too, like
Lost in the World.
Yeah. I mean, and then even the intro.
Dark Fantasy.
That intro is just different.
And I love the posse cuts on here too.
Yeah.
Monster. Nicki, bro. We got to talk about Nicki's verse on Monster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you can't. Anybody who says she didn't have the best verse on Monster is dead ass hating.
I don't know. But you can make a valid argument about everybody on that song.
Bro.
For sure.
Everybody on that song went crazy.
I'm using
everybody on that song definitely went wild.
Yeah, they all bodied it. I'm not going to say best. The standout verse. So the most memorable verse is Nicki's verse. And this is before she had even dropped an album. This is when she was still Beam Me Up Scotty Nikki that just signed the Young Money.
Yeah.
That was still just a Barbie doll joint. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like she hadn't dropped. What was her first project? Pink Friday?
Mm-hmm.
She hadn't even dropped Pink Friday yet, an official album. And she got a placement on, which is now the #1 album of the decade. So that's saying a lot. She stood out on that track with, who was it? Ross, Jay-Z, and Kanye. Mm-hmm. And now this is the #1 album of the decade. So you gotta give Nicki her roses too.
Nah, yeah, she went off. I'm not gonna lie. Nicki went off, yo, for sure.
And this was also the first album where Kanye and Pusha T collab started their friendship to really grow.
Yeah.
So he was on Runaway as well as
what other track?
So Appalled.
Oh, So Appalled.
Runaway as well as So Appalled. So yeah, #1 is a solid spot for this one for me.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
100%.
No. All right. So if this wasn't #1, what would be y'all #1?
If this wasn't #1, yeah, I have to say Channel Orange. Just drop it two more spots for me personally. That's how big of a Frank Ocean fan I am. So for me, it would be Channel Orange.
Damn.
Price?
I'm sticking with this, but if it wasn't
Oh,
that,
see, this is really. I mean, this is all our guy, but that's your guy.
if it wasn't that album, I'd probably maybe put one of Kendrick's joints.
Yeah, I will put. If it wasn't this, I'll put To Pimp a Butterfly.
I think Damn for me is my favorite Kendrick album.
Damn was
So I might put that there because that for me it resonated with me crazy.
Me too.
The funny thing is, for me, a lot of times, I'm gonna just say with Kendrick, my favorite album is To Pimp a Butterfly, but the one I listen to the most is Good Kid, Mad City.
I used to be like that, like when it first dropped with Good Kid.
Yeah.
Like I would just listen to it so much, and I think I listened to it that much that like I literally just kind of like was like, yeah, I can't listen to this album anymore. Like, I gotta revisit this in increments more. But I feel you on that. It's such a dope album.
Yo, I didn't even bump that album that much when it first came out.
Yeah,
because it came out. Now this is a different reason. Because it came out, I think, around the same time Meek dropped Dreams and Nightmares. So you already know what I was bumping.
That tape was.
You already know what I was bumping.
Oh my god,
I was bumping Meek. And then I think Mel was like, nah, bro, Kendrick Gen is over. I'm like, nigga, Kendrick shit not over Meek's Dreams and Nightmares. In God We Trust.
Man,
the intro, Traumatized.
Yeah, Dreams and
Polo and Shell Top.
Dreams and Nightmares was wild, yo.
But I definitely think I'm not mad at the top 5 at all. Outside of Taylor Swift at #4 because I didn't listen to that.
Yeah.
But I think it definitely has a solid top 5 when it comes to the hip hop and R&B field.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And I think other websites may have done this, but everybody's been talking about the Billboard one, so I'm just assuming this is the most credible one to look at. So any other thoughts on the Billboard 100?
Nah.
I think they did a good job.
Yeah.
They didn't make it too biased and put Taylor Swift albums 1 through 5. They kept it even for all genres, I feel like.
Yeah, they tried their best to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can't make everyone happy with any of these lists, so there's probably some people that are pissed, but
for sure.
I agree. But My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, #1, Kanye. I do think that is his best album too, in my opinion.
Really?
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I think his best is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, bro. Bro, even from a production standpoint, I've never heard music like when I heard that at that point. I've never heard music that crisp. I don't know what mics he was using, bro. I don't know what software he was using, what type of studio that was, but
yeah. Nah, it was definitely very crisp though, all around for sure. But
from the feature placements,
yeah. Man, me personally, I don't know. I gotta say 808's a heartbreak. It's either that or College
is
Dropout.
the best.
I'm saying Late Registration.
Is the best?
Yeah.
To me, like for my personal, like if we saying
no,
personal,
we're saying the best because my personal favorite is Graduation. I'm saying what do you think is the best? Now your best can be your favorite as well.
We say
I'm still saying late registration. Or late registration or Yeezus.
Yeezus is crazy too.
Because I feel like Yeezus is one of those albums that people are just now starting to really catch on with. And I feel like it's going to be years ahead of time. People are going to be looking back like, okay, that one was crazy influential. Like that sparked a lot of stuff that's happening right now.
I think people are realizing. I think people have realized that over the years.
Yeah.
As far as how influential Yeezus has been, and it was ahead of its time.
So you say late registration is the best, and then you say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta stick with my 808s. For sure. It's definitely my personal favorite, but when I think about it in the text of like just being the best, especially of him not having like any explicit songs, but still like they all slap. Like, you know what I mean? For him to change up like that.
And especially the point of it, the point he was in his life as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I couldn't even imagine making an album after something that tragic happening.
Yeah. No, not even close.
Yeah, man, I think we can wrap it up with that. That took a lot longer than I thought it would.
For sure.
Because we had some topics lined up.
I did not think.
That shit took a good, all right, fuck it, yeah.
I mean, we
Little mini joint until Nelson, we can really get into,
I think this is the same episode. This is about the same length as the one with Nelson.
Yeah.
But I do want to wait because we do have a good topic I want to talk about, but I do want to wait until Nelson is here to talk about that.
Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned.
Yeah. No label. Oh, no. Shout out Nelson. Nah, I mean, bro, we missed you.
NC.
See you next week. Appreciate everybody that's been posting, sharing, listening on SoundCloud, watching on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Keep doing that, please. No label the pod. We out.